Brain needles stitch the precinct glass. Scanner fears, write minutes that pass. Badge like a mirror, oath like a drum. Who are we now when the sirens come? Grandma's lamp in the window coughs. Dispatcher maps, fear in the clip, sign-offs. Boots meet puddles, the night inhales. Justice is wind if compassion sails. Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaws of night. If law is a promise, write it plain. Guard the people more than the name. Hands up truth, hands down fear. Led with the escalation near. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Graveyard tour, wax cup heat. Coffee and conscience share one seat. Some took the badge cause a minute spoke. Some for the pinch and some for the yoke. Body cam blinks like a restless eye. Policy tall as a winter sky. Door knocks hard, then voices clash. You could cool a room or turn it ash. Power's voltage, grounded clean. Tone is gear, vocabulary sheen. Say what's your name before show hands. Language is safety, the panic in the stance. It fears the fuse and prides the spark. Train the hand that holds the dark. Culture is still beneath the ink. Fix the code by how it blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaws of night. If law is a promise, write it plain. Guard the people more than the name. Hands up truth, hands down fear. Live with the escalation near. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. We want patrols that know our streets. Coach the league and share receipts. Barbershop hours, schoolyard notes. Names remembered, not just quotes. Mental health calls need medics and care. Not just cuffs for an open air prayer. Pair social workers where trauma blooms. Bring trained responders to crowded rooms. Publish the data, discipline fair. No hush agreements and backroom air. Whistle wrong loudly, protect the right. Good cops glow when the bad lose sight. Call us a shield when trust runs thin. Response, truth with receipts, and courage within. Where the safety really start, in policy bones and a listening heart. How do we mend what history taught? Train, reform, and hear much more. I've seen an officer buy kids lunch. I've seen a stock collapse in one wrong punch. Filmed the night that scarred a feet. Held a neighbor who couldn't breathe. Accountability isn't hate, it's air. The lungs of justice that say be fair. Trust is a credit you earn, not owe. Sign the oath, shed a load to toe. Community cameras aren't your foe. The lighthouse beams that help you roll. When you get it right, the city sings. When you feel the vow, the siren stings. Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaws of night. If law is a promise, write it plain. Guard the people more than the name. Hands up truth, hands down fear. Live with the escalation here. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Recruit on character, not just aim. Screen for buys you can't name. Role play heat till calm feels true. Measure restraint like heroes do. Rotate beats so blinders fade. Pair crisis teams where calls are made. Unions for safety, not for shields. That buried facts the footage yields. Promote the sergeants who cool the flame. Reward decisions that save a name. Tennis council at the Rex in the gym. Policy tape where the lights look dim. Participatory budgets, open logs. Plain language rights, no legal fogs. Kids learn civics from bleacher rows. Ask good questions, how power flows. Officer reads the same small print. Respect is currency stamped in Flint. If both keep oath when the pressure swells, cities get futures and safer bells. Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the jaws of night. If law is a promise, write it plain. Guard the people more than the name. Hands up truth, hands down fear. Live with the escalation here. Build that trust, don't cut that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead.
Don't wipe sirens from the windows fade. Street sweep brushes a sleepless case. If justice is blind, let mercy steer. Ask the question that draws us near. What keeps you safe, what keeps you whole? Write that answer on badge and soul. When law means love in the public square, that's the uniform every heart can wear. Honors
City lights bleed red on the chrome at night. I draw maps in the smoke, plot plays in the hype. Concrete orchestra sirens keep time. Shadow on the block with a veteran spine. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Menace ain't sense cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. Palm trees lean over murder bird wise. Every verse gasoline, every breath lights fires. Low rider lungs with the gold flake gleam. I've been face fine when I flex this dream. Curbside sermons from the prophets and vans. Tattooed testaments on scarred up hands. I learned math, count losses if the dance pain. Turn dust into diamonds in the godless rain. Two-tone jacket with the zipper like a grin. Pressure on my shoulders but I never cave in. Eyes like a scope on the prize I chase. I outrun time, keep a still nerve pace. Whispering alleys told me secrets of kings. Crows on the wire started flapping their wings. I took those omens, forged them into gold. Carved a new throne from a story untold. Hear that bassline stalk the block at dawn. Hear that snare mark scars we've drawn. When the night puts chalk on the street for names, we write back louder, unbroken flame. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Innocence cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. Coast steel skyline, heat wave soul. Blueprint mind with the diamond cut gold. I see homies turn ghosts in the blue whitewash. I seen angels wear mud, still call that posh. Paper cuts on dreams from a counterfeit deal. So I built my own press stamp, truth in steel. Now the chorus of the streets got my name in the drum. Every kick says run it, every bar says come. I don't pray to luck, I negotiate fate. Put grit in the ledger, make the numbers relate. From a corner full of echoes and an empty plate to a table with a view and a silverback gate. Still I keep one ear to the payphone ghost. One hand on the wheel through the coastline post. If the past try to grab from the median line, I switch lanes smooth, leave the claws behind. Let the bass breathe slow like a panther in grass. Let the scent draw shadows on the tempered glass. If the clock talk tough, we could break that hand. I've been minutes, make hours understand. I'm the sum of 100 denied advances. The crack in the mask where the real light dances. I'm the hush of applied, I'm the boom of a win. I'm the scar that learned how to smile like sin. Cinematic dusk on the freeway arc. Gold script credits on the hood in park. From a payless grind to a tailor-fit crown, I turn, wait your turn to run this town. The code in my chest says protect, build, lead. Shake hands with the soil, make the concrete seed. If the shark smell fear, I perfume the tide. Confidence heavy like a 6-fold glide. Mentors where the meters and the lampposts hum. Where the wisdom was a look and a tight end gum. Now the city writes letters in the smoke I breathe. Says hold your line, never break, never leave. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Innocence cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. If the sunrise or dares to the hustle awake, I collect in the glow with the steps I take. From an alley or maybe to a kingdom of now. I roll my oath on the wind and I keep that vow. When the last snare cracks and the bassline fades, I still stand tall in the ghost of the waves. Hardcore heart with a diamond cut wheel. West Coast blood storm calm, I am still.
Neon haze over palms and wire. Chromosome night with a furnace fire. Blueprint focus with a tungsten edge. I sign my oath on the freeway ledge. Sirens conduct the metronome rain. 808 thunder tattooing my name. Menacing sets like a hawk in a dive. When the kick lands hard, every block comes alive. Hardcore West Coast. Ruthless 808s bite dark G-funk bassline. Swallow in the night. Menacing scent razors carved through smoke. Street war drums with a steel unspoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I catch those days. From curb in the crown with a carpenter's hand. iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. I learned math from the drought and the dust. Counted the L's till the total said trust. Turned cold alleys into revenue streams. Mapped each fear, then I paved new seams. Low rider gospel in the candy coat hem. Gold flake truths at the brim so grim. Mentors with meters on a red lit street. Charging by grit till my dues ran free. Silence taught tactics a cheddar can't touch. I built foundations that don't need crutch. Every closed door became lumber and screws. Now the skyline echoes the roots I choose. I don't buy crowns with applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a welded piece. If fate stacks decks with a thumb on the deal, I split those cards with a tempered steel. Palms draw claws on the satin sky. Snare marks lines where the ghosts walk by. If doubt sells fear in the counterfeit frame, heat up the stamp, let the tin confess shame. Hardcore West Coast, Ruthless 808s bite, dark G-funk baseline swallow in the night. Menace scent, razors carved through smoke. Street war drums where the steel unspoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I cash those days. From curb in the crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. Clock fall dirty, so I broke his hand. Bent every minute till the hours would stand. Ledger of trials with receipts in ink. Spilled a few pints, but I never would sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the wave gets tall, knees low, eyes calm. Surf that crest like a psalm in my palm. I keep my circle like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal can hear that ping. Trust is a safe with a triple coat spine. You miss one digit, you're out that line. Haters toss rumors like nickels in whales. We fund real bridges, they pocketbook tales. Success moves quiet like cats on the rail. No fanfare needed when freight don't derail. Let the scent paint teeth on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws, the fakes can't pass. If the night puts chalk on the street for names, we blaze them bright with them borrowed flames. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping but I tightened my grips. Now the wax glides smooth on the west side run. Mirror bright hood in the lavender sun. From thrift store jackets to tailored intent. From wait your turn to I sign the rent. Paper was scarce but the wheel was thick. We framed our future with a craftsman's pick. I map my piece like a captain's chart. Mark each reef that can split my heart. Steer between rocks with a seasoned grace. Storms make sailors, not docks in place. I don't sell thunder I can't control. Don't lease my worth to a borrowed road. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Hardcore West Coast, Ruthless 808s bite, dog G-funk baseline swallow in the night. Menace scent, razors carved through smoke. Street war drums where the steel lungs spoke. I don't fold when the boulevard sways. Pressure makes polish, I cash those days. From curb in the ground with a carpenter's hand. Iron in the breath, diamond in the plan. Kids in the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me weave hope on a torque-tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Deadlines honest, each box in line. Friends turn fog when the hill got steep. Kept few oaks with their roots cut deep. We lift steel beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we build the grade. If the past those hooks from the rear view glare, I change that lane with a calm cold stare. No whiplash pride, no mirror fed rage. Just cruise control faith and a fresh new page. Ghost script, sunset rights, credits in chrome. City says earn and it reads like home. Throne ain't views, it's the hours I bled. It's careless palms and a clear cool head. When the red sun spills in an ocean bowl, I count my miles by the tempered soul. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. No imitation, just pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast pulse, iron in the hand.
Neon tide on the west side grid. Chrome T-City with 1,000 bids. Blueprint focused like a tungsten blade. I signed my vow where the streets remade. G-Funk fog over canyon lanes. 808 thunder tattooing names. Menacing sins where the predator glide. When the kick hits hard, every doubt steps aside. Hardcore West Coast for the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Send knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. I counted rain in a drought of hope. Measured the climb by a freight street rope. Turn lock gates in the rails and screws. Built new doors with my scar stitch truths. Low rider gospel and candy paint hymns. Oil rain halos where the neon swims. Mentos with meters that tax my grit. I paid in sweat till the debt went split. I map my fear like a coastline reef. Mark each snag with a captain's brief. Swell gets tall, I lower my stance. Breath on tempo in a bulletproof dance. I don't rent crowns from applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a welded piece. If face stacks decks with his thumb on deals, I cut that pack with a cold work steel. Snare rice chalk where the street keeps score. Kick draws lines from the stoop to the shore. If doubt sells fog in a counterfeit crown. Heat test metal, watch the fake meltdown. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Clock swung cheap so I broke his hands. Bent every minute till the hours withstand. Ledger of trials in the carbon black ink. Spilled a few pints but refused to sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the sirens sing, I don't lose pace. I tune my post to the kicks embrace. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal hear that ping. Trust is a vault with a triple code spine. Miss one digit and you're out the line. Quiet ambition is a steel latch safe. I don't give rent to a tenant named hate. I farm my calm like a hillside vine. Patience and grind in the gold thread twine. Let the sin draw fangs on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws, pretenders can't pass. If the night wants dues, I didn't agree. I bill it interest in late night fees. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I strengthened my grip. Now the wax rolls smooth on a westbound arc. Lavender dusk on a gold thread spark. From thrift store coast to tailored intent. From wait your turn to we sign the rent. Paper was scarce but the wheel ran deep. We bought our future with labor and sleep. I chart my piece like a pilot's map. Crosswinds mark where the doubts clap back. Throttle by breath, altitude by nerve. Storms make sailors, not docks that swerve. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Every box honest, every deadline fine. Friends turn fog when the grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with the roots cut deep. We raise steel beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we lift the grade. Rear view ghosts try to hook my name. I change that lane with a surgeon's aim. No mirror rage, no exhaust fed fuel. Just cruise control, purpose and gratitude. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. No gilded lies, only pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast Post, iron in the hand.
Rain writes cursive on the precinct glass. Scan the crackle, midnight mass. Badge like a mirror, oath like a drum. Too kinda quiet when the sirens come. Grandma at the window with a whisper song. Dispatcher maps chaos in the borrowed calm. Boots hit concrete, heartbeat cold. Which way mercy, which way road? Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If laws are promised, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up truth, hands down rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Graveyard tour, paper cup steam. Coffee and conscience, share one team. Some pin badges for a mentor's call. Some chase pensions, some chase the brawl. Body cam blinking like a restless eye. Policy thick as a winter sky. Door knock noise, then voices slash. You can save a life or make it ash. Power's voltage, grounded clean. Led with the de-escalating scene. Ask for names before you name the threat. Can I help his armor? You won't regret.
If fear's the fuse and pride's the spark, train the hand that holds the dark. Culture still beneath the ink. Fix the code by how you think.
Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up, truth, hands down, rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. We want patrols that know our names. Coach the kids, diffuse the flames. Barbershop roll call, corner store nod. Less parade armor, more walking guide. Mental health crisis, send train crews. Social workers, medics, not just blues. Publish your numbers, open the file. Discipline real, not a wink and a smile. No hush NDA for the breaks you make. Good cops glow and bad habits shake. Neighborhood councils with actual say. Budget with people, not PR day. What's a shield when trust is thin? Response with receipts and the courage within. How do we mend what history told? Train reform and listen more. Where does safety finally start? At the policy and in the heart. I've seen a night, so pay for lunch. I've seen a night collapse with one wrong punch. Filmed to stop that bled in the trend. Held a friend who didn't mend. Accountability isn't hate, it's air. Breath for the job to be just and fair. Qualified trust is earned, not owed. The oath is a bridge you walk with the load. Community cameras aren't your foe. They're lighthouse beams that help you roll. When you get it right, the city sings. When you get it wrong, the siren stings. Blue lights spin, the city holds tight. Piece of pressure in the teeth of night. If law is a promise, write it clear. Protect the people before the gear. Hands up, truth, hands down, rage. Guard our rights on every stage. Build that trust, don't burn that thread. Serve the living, honor the dead. Recruit by character, not just saying. Test for the bias you can't name. Role play heat to calm feels true. Measure restraint like heroes do. Rotate beats so blind as fate. Pair with the teams for crisis aid. Units for safety, not for shields that bury facts. The footage shields promote the sergeants who turn off flames. Reward the choices that save more names. Dawn wipes sirens from the window pane. Street sweeps up the night's refrain. If justice is blind, let mercy steer. Lead with the question that brings us near. Write the vow on curb and cord. Dignity first in every report. When law means love in the public square, the safest city is the one that's fair.
Neon fog over palisades and palms. Chrome lace night where the city keeps calm. Blueprint mind with a jagged edge draw. I turn lock grids into liberated law. Moonlight drips off murals and tags. Radio growl from the trunk in rags. Menaces cease like wolves in the ring. When the 808s punch, even angels sting. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I came up counting seconds on a busted clock, so I learned to beat a minute hand, push through shock. Every closed door taught me carpentry quick. I built a new entrance with a verse and a brick. Curbside mentors and thrifted suits said guard your spirit, let the craft bear fruit. So I guard in pain till it sprouted gold. Saved each bar like a winner I sold. Hunger was currency, grit was the bank. I withdrew focus when the self-doubt sank. Polish my voice like a chrome hubcap. Now lanes reflect when I steer this map. I don't chase clout, clout chases proof. Proof chases sweat, sweat raises the roof. You can hear my oath in the kick drums vow. Run your route steady, take the moment now. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. Clocked in nights where the pay was a dream. Pin my faith to a well-oiled scheme. Study the silence, it tells the truth. Loud men will, quiet ones grow proof. Soldiers adapt, try to camp on my lane. I tax them time and repossess the game. When envy pulled up in the counterfeit crown, I checked the hallmark, 10 melts down. Family first, that lighthouse flame guides me home when the world plays games. If the waves get tall, I surf with stance. Knees bend low when the bulletproof dance. Hillside echo wrote my surname twice. Signed by the wind with a bar of ice. I heat that steel in the chorus of light. Forge each link to the chain rise right.
Every loss taught math I needed. Subtract excuses, watch goals get seated. Add small wins, compound the wheel. Multiply calm, divide the chill. Let the sin draw shadow on tempered glass. Let the 808 breathe like a race bred bass. If the clock talks tough, I break that hand. Bend the minutes till the hours expand. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, but I tightened my grip. Now the wax been smooth like a west side glide. Low rider troop with a dignified pride. I don't sell storms, I can't steer through. I don't rent rooms in a heart untrue. Respect is rent that you pay on time. With action receipts and a clean spine. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints drawn in the midnight camps. I took that grid and I rewired fuses. Now all my circuits reject old bruises. Galvanized soul with a rust-proof core. I scrubbed off shame at the honesty door. I guard my peace like a bolt of light. Let in the loyal, keep snakes outside when the gates stay locked. I built my own when the path ran out. I paved that stone. If the pass through hooks, I rolled in, learn. Now future salute when my name gets turned. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. See my kids in the window made of dawn. Every step I take puts a letter in they song. Legacy ink on a paper called time. We bind those pages with purpose and spine. Friends went fog when the climb got steep. The fuel that stayed, yeah, we sowed and reap. Hands like cranes lift dreams in steel. Heart like a governor keeps talk real. I mapped my fear and I drove that route. Saw every dead end, punched through, no doubt. Not with a fist but a law I wrote. Build more bridges than boats afloat. Even when night tries to auction my hope, I buy back with a calm tightrope. Walk that line over rumors and smoke. Touchdown clean where the future spoke. Under the glow of a boulevard cross, I tied my craft, pay respect to loss. Then I collect with the grind, the crew, the throne of work, not a throne of views. When the red sun spills in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No cheap crown, just functioning proof. No shortcut turns, just nail and roof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time-proof brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand.
Spotlight glare on the marble lie. Flags wave slow while the hungry cry. Press brief smiles and the handshake scheme. They buy the votes, we sell the dream. Podium thunder, same old script. Change is coming, but the funds got flipped. Campaign checks from a glass flow club. Meanwhile the street got no food, no plug. Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's winning then. We fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice till the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in a polished plan. We the people, not the brand.
Capitol's a casino, chips and suits. They shuffle bills while the roofs get looted. Policy dressed like a prophet's prayer, but the choir can't sing if the rent's not there. Filibuster lullaby, stall spin. Public patience, wearing thin. Taxes climb, but the schools collapse. We clap for leaders who forgot the math. They say growth, we see eviction signs. They say budget, we red lines. Black ink promise, white page fraud. Every vote feels rigged by God. City Hall ghosts with a donut chain. Smile for the camera, then rinse, then rain.
If democracy is dying in the boardroom light, then power's reborn in the crowd at night. We build our laws from the curb and pen, right? Never again, again and again. Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's winning then. We fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice till the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in a polished plane. We the people, not the brand.
Super pay saints with a billboard cross. Preach for morals but invest in loss. Sending smiles and design a code. Meanwhile the water ain't safe to load. Red or blue, it's the same old hue. One hand bleeds while the other renew.
They ban a book, but they bless a bomb. Say, freedom loud while they keep us calm. We pay for wars that don't make peace. They sell the cure in on disease. Public trust got a private price. They call it policy, we call it vice. We don't wait for saviors and ties. We legislate where the street light lies. No marble floor, just folding chairs. Where mothers testify their prayers. Grassroots fire in a corner lot. One clipboard, 1 megawatt. Our votes ain't tokens, they're proof of breath. Our patience taxed, our will live. Media dance with a corporate smile. Spin our pain into clickbait bio. They sell our outrage, mute our plea. Turn justice into luxury. But we ain't ghosts on a trending wave. We built this nation, we're not its grave. Each march a legend, each chant a law. Each raised hand holds what they saw. Policy born from the working class. No velvet speech, just tempered brass. No more walls for the poor to men. We don't need leader, we need the end. Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's when and then. We fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice till the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in a polished plan. We the people, not the brand. When the cameras fade and the votes go stale, we write new rules and the work can tell. Not left, not right, just forward clean. No king, no pawn, just human machine. If tomorrow asks who runs this land, we'll raise our fists, not a party brand. No more speeches in ivory towers. The future bends to the people's powers.